You're very right when you say that most of the time the audit department, the team spends in the operational activity. How do you come out of this? The only solution, as you correctly said, is digitalization of audit. Yes, we have done that. We have a dynamic software which works within the company for the operations, including the accounting and finance. And there are very customized reports which gets generated from that. For example, a simple example about a payment voucher. Let's just take an example. When we talk about a payment voucher, I don't expect the team to get into each and every payment voucher and check and uh, give an assurance that it's right, wrong, whatever. I don't want them to do. What we do, we have a system, ERP, we have a reports, we have the reports. So we have customized reports, how it can be generated. The bare minimum time spent is like take a report, take a printout of the report, go through the expenses. If you feel that there is something wrong, um, or there's a very high value payment or something, take it up and just do an audit of it. We should not get into too much into the operations unless there's an alarm that there is some issue with this transaction. How do we know that? It's the only way is digitalization of the entire company, the audit department. Again, audit department is part of it because when the software is implemented in the company, what we did it is like we have a module of audit within the software, and it gives us customized reports of all the operations within the company. So basically the audit team is always one hand ahead of everything in terms of knowing what is going on where. And through the experiences of working within the operations, we know that which transaction should be where and how it should work. you know and if we find within the reports that it's not going to work, or it's something which is very alarming, something which is should not happen within the system but it happened, there is a very customized investigation on that. But we have to reduce the time of getting into the mundane audits. For example, I know many auditors who every day they do a cash verification check. I mean, you don't need to do a cash verification check every day. I mean, if there is something wrong, you need to have the controls within the process with the digitalization, within the digitalization process, to know that okay, there is an issue, and hence I need to get into the cash. So yes, you need to have a software, which is very important. You need to have controls within the software. You need to have the right reports generated so that it gives you the bare minimum time of getting into those operational field, and you can focus on the more, the strategic fields, or focus on more enhancing the operations. That is where the core of the business lies. So yes, digitalization helps a lot, and it I think I don't have any other kind of alternative to a digitalization. It is the digitalization which is going to help. It is because so many things are related to digitalization, the reporting structure, the controls part of it, everything is inbuilt to it, for all the operations. So when we talk about controls, when you talk about risk, we know what are the risks because that's what we have done. And in case of any kind of alarming transactions or alarming operational issues, we come to know that through the reports. So that's how the reporting, again, the reporting structure builder, you should know how to generate the report, more time into the analyst and the statistics part of the thing. Like, for example, you see which month the sales have gone up, sales have gone down, sales returns are happening, which month are more, which month less. You don't need to get into each and every voucher of or an invoice of a sales return and check whether it is right or wrong. I mean, it's leave it to the process owners to do that job. What you need to analyze is that transaction has happened, how it has happened, how accurately it has happened, whether everything is genuine, whether there is any room for enhancement. Those things you need to look into it. So the perspective also has to change with this uh, sorry, the digitalization part of it. So yes, it's a collective work, but yes, digitalization plays a very, very vital role in the entire organization universe and the audit universe for sure.